What a lucky day it is, because this is the day that we get to check out Womanizer by Britney Spears. Man, I've had a lot of requests for this, and I was very, very lucky to be pointed in the direction to pick this up. It's really fantastic, and it's such a great session. It's full. When I say full, I mean it is to the top full. It is like every single individual track is chock block to the top. Yeah, really, really great. And they've even included the stems of all of the mixed files back down. So this is like the legit session. Really, really cool. There's a Twitter page that you want to check out, and I just need to... it's called Promo Spears. Promo Spears. We're going over to it, so you can have a look at it in the mixed window. There we go, Promo Spears. You want to go and check that out. That's the Britney Spears promo page. That's friggin' great. So go and have a look at that if you're interested. I still haven't signed up to Twitter, so sorry about that, but it's really great. I want to read you a little bit from the start, and then we'll get into it. Womanizer is a song by Britney Spears from her 6th studio album, Circus. It was released on September 26, 2008 by Jive Records as the lead single of the album. Produced and written by The Outsiders, the song was recorded after a snippet was leaked onto the internet. Womanizer is an up-tempo electro-pop and dance-pop song, described by Spears as a girl anthem. The song's lyrics recall a womanizing man, while the protagonist of the song makes it clear she knows who he really is. Now, I reckon if this song was released today, it'd be called Misogynist, but that's probably not as catchy of a title. But Womanizer... is a song that kicked my ass. I loved this when it came out, and very lucky to still love it, because it's Womanizer by Britney Spears. Like, yeah. As I always say, have some respect for the Queen, and let's go over to the mix window and check out this 104 channel experience. But before that, I'm playing my video that I worked really hard on. So thank you. Let's watch it. All right, we're back into this mix window. 104 channels here. Now, this is just a mighty, mighty session. I thought I was going to get away with doing, I'll bust a few quick ones out, so I can, do my things in the weeknights and just have a few go up. But no, I chose this one because it's very requested. I know I just did a Britney song, but I mean... I can't not. This is here. I've rearranged the entire session so that things kind of make sense. I put all the instrumentation at the start, and then that's why all the colours are all funky. And then here, I've managed to put all of the backing vocals in their spots so that every little piece matches. I think this one doesn't. G, where's that? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Where are the rest of the Gs then? So there's alphabetically things written down. G, H, I. Okay, there's so much to go through here. We might as well just get started. Let's go to one of the bass drums. This is one of the bass drums from Womanizer by Britney Spears. Let's go. Big fat ones. Look at that. Beefcakes. Wow, lots of energy. That's probably why you can see down on the master fader I've taken 9.8 dB out and probably need to take more, so let's make it an even 10. Wow, that's 60 hertz at like plus 10 dB, 60 to 80. Lots of low-end energy. That 40 to be that loud is just going to be huge. You can hear there's other elements to the sample there that are in there, but I mean, that's mighty. And let's hear that other kick underneath it. We got all that going on. Wow. That's a lot of low-end energy, guys. And look at that waveform. That's just booming. Put the other one together and... Wow, that is... And they're slightly off too. Like one of them starts like a millisecond before the other. So they've got this at the start. And then there's another thing here called Kick 01. Let's Kiko1. Hey, shout out to the YouTube channel, Kiko1, an old mate from way back from the Juno synth forums. Go and have a look at his stuff. He's hilarious. I really love him. He's the piano roll king. Is that Kiko1? Anyway, he's great. Go and check him out. Well, let's not spoil it. We got a sub kick there, like really low energy, low frequency, high energy. A lot of people would refer to this as 808s, right? It's just a sub bass, but like rhythmic. The kick drum, really long release on it. Boom, boom. It's like the lowest tom in the world. This break kick here only happens once, so. Wow, look at that. It's just all like 40 hertz. Okay, I'm going to put the other two kicks in. Look at that. It's just nearly peaking already, and it's still got 10 dB out. You know, you can hear it already, right? Okay, I'm going to go to this break kick and just see what that is. It's only just a one shot. Let's hear it. Yeah, I'm down. Let's hear it. That's cool. Added in with those. And it's got the perfect ramp on it too, you can see there. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Very cool. All right. Those are done. Stereo clap. This only happens a few times. Like, it's not a constant thing. Cool. Regular clap. Air clap. All these laid together in the next one. Cool. Now I can already hear that they are adding like a lot of high-end stuff to it. So Britney's voice is going to sit in the middle between the kick, which sits all the way down here, and these things which sit so far up. Look how high they are. The body of it's there, and then the... So Britney's going to probably live within, you know, here where she normally sits. Okay. Some of the gas come out of that. A lot of top end. We'll put that together with the kick drums and see what it sounds like. Are we getting it? Okay, we're going to go through and have a listen to the cymbal. Just a couple of hits on that, which is fine. We'll move through it. Okay, pretty simple. That's what a... That's totally like an 808 ride sort of sound, isn't it, right? Yes, thank you. I'll have that. I'll have all of that you bloody got. Another one, please. Yes. Now, it's hard for me to say exactly what machine that came from, what sample that is, but a lot of machines have it. I've got a Yamaha QY70 up there. 70 or 700? It's the big one. 10. I don't know. QY700. And that's got a lot of these sounds built into it too. I don't know if they're General MIDI tom, like electric toms or what, but they're maybe a Simmons. Love it though. It's so good. It's just an iconic sound. If you want to make synthwave, you need those toms. Love it. Okay, hat. I don't know why I put those hats there. Ah, that's a classic piece of this. Alright, we might as well, because we're about to get to the bass, I'll put all of the percussion together. Doesn't seem like a lot of tracks, does it? Waiting for another bit too because it's going to be so good. And again, this could be anything at this point, but still the low end bass and then these parts. That is one way to get your drums to be as iconic as your song, because you can feel the song in that. You know what I mean? You can hear that sub bass pushing the scale that's happening, and you can hear these little bits of iconic rhythm that drop out and then give you a, you know what I mean? And even the little hi-hat break here, just a triplet, and then it's on. Okay, we'll move over to this fat. I mean, is it fat? This bass sound. It starts from the get-go. It's kind of thin, but I like it. It's got everything it needs. It probably doesn't need to have all the bottom end in the world, because you've got that 808 kick that's there just pushing so hard. That, right? And then you've got that the kick with the sub note in it. So when this comes in, you're going to hear all the bottom end fill out, right? Ready? See what I mean? You don't need to have that Doctor Who thing going on with too much bottom end, because it's getting filled. The need is fulfilled, and that's all that matters. There's a track here called Slayer. I don't know if it's Kerry King shredding or Tom Araya screaming, but let's hear it. Okay. It sounds like it could be bass with a fuzz on it. It's called Slayer. Scream. Is that going to be Tom Araya? Alright, now we're singing it. Alpha lead. Now, does Alpha lead... Oh, hang on, I missed a sick part of that scream there, right? So, sorry, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Slayer, here. Obviously, there's a gag. There has to have been. Let's extrapolate false information here and make up a story. They had to have been in the studio going like, man, make it really distorted like fucking Slayer or something, because they sound like Australian bogans. Yeah, man, Slayer, bro. Let's go. Yeah. Womanizer. Womanizer. That would be hilarious. Scream. What can I say? Alert. Alert. It's a Britney alert. Get ready for the squirrel. It's a cat scream. Now, Alpha lead. Now, that leads me to think of the synth called the Roland Alpha Juno. Is it? I don't know. Does it sound a bit wavetabley? Is that what an alpha is? That sounds cool. I know what you are, baby. Okay, enough of me doing that. Go over to the lead in. Let's see what it is. I might make the wave files a little bigger so we can see them. Oh, that's cool. Speaking of Doctor Who, we're getting full Doctor Who on this, Britney. Britney should be the new Doctor. This could totally be the new Doctor Who theme. I can't whistle, sorry. But that could totally be the new Doctor Who theme. Tell me if you think that's true. Soft pad. Here we go. That's just a standard classic. Something that you would make with a long attack on a regular analog subtractive synthesis synth. That's really good. And when you give it a long release, it acts like it feels like it has reverb on it, even though it's just the natural sound. Although, that one probably has reverb on it. Because why wouldn't you? Up 01, right towards this end of this part. Let's just listen to that. Don't recall that from the song, but apparently it's in it. Let's add some stuff to it so we can see some context. I'm going to loop it, and I want to hear that, like what is actually going on here. Don't remember this. Yes, that's so good. All right. We're getting too heavy there. Let's go to this Gate channel. It's called Gate 2, and it's just got a couple of clips on there. What happened? Oh, I've got that done. Okay. One shot. Let's hear it again. All right. I've got a strange feeling it's going to be about 9-10 more of those. Outsiders. This is the guys who made this song. This song. This is the guys who wrote this. I don't know, maybe it's from one of their things. Who knows? Steam. But you can guess what this is. Just white noise with a gate. Great. We can move through these things. Chorus here and backing vocal chorus. Womanizer vocal clip. Now, I'm going to get rid of these because they look like double ups. So I'm going to hold these for a moment. Now, we have powered through the instrumentation. You can see I've blocked out some parts here too, and I think those, if I look correctly, they are like the remix stems that have come from this mix. So we're going to get to the big part of this whole session now that we've had a look through all the instrumentation, which sounds a little bit like this. Yeah. I got you crazy. You're nothing but a womanizer. So, imagine if Jason Statham did this song, guys. Womanizer, try to front, I know just what you are. Boy, don't try to front, nah, I know what you are. Yeah, you think I'm crazy? I got you all crazy, mate. You're nothing but a womanizer. Jason Statham, please be on all the songs. Until then, thank you for watching this. About that halfway-ish point, we'll say. I'll try to power through it. It's got to be a big session. A lot of vocal takes in here. But we're at Womanizer. We're at Britney Spears. There's other Britney Spears videos on this channel that you can go and have a look at, as well as Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. If I can find any other Jacksons, I'll put them on. We have a little bit of Jamiroquai, a bit of an underappreciated one, I think, that you should go and have a look at that. Earth, Wind & Fire, one of my favourite bands. Really, really interesting. It's such good stuff. You have to, if you can bear me for that amount of time, I would definitely go and look at that and go and listen to Earth, Wind & Fire. There's a lot of really cool things, so thank you very much for being supportive. Please do subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Give them a share, give them a look. Just, pop your head in there. 90% of you people aren't subscribed, and I'd love to just at least get another 10 of you. It'd be really, really helpful and handy. Let's go back over the mix window and check out the rest of these vocal takes, which I am very impressed by. Here we go. I'm going to give you the leads first, because I never normally do this, but let's just hear them out. They're great. Listen up.
Superstar, where you from? How's it going?
Yeah.
I know you got a clue what you're doing. You can play brand new to all the other chicks out here, but I know what you are. What you are, baby. Look at you, getting more than just a re-up. Baby, you got all the puppets with the strings up, faking like a good one, but I call them like I see them. I know what you are. What you are, baby.
Now, tell me if you think that's reverb. I mean, how hard are you listening? But if you think that's reverb or room noise, it sounds gorgeous either way. It sounds like a perfectly recorded vocal, but I just always wonder, is there a little bit of a subtle reverb they've added for like mixed nuances, or is it just the room and they've got enough of Britney dry so they can do what they need to?
Superstar, where you from? How's it going? I know you Got a clue what you're doing? You can play brand new to all the other chicks out here, but I know what you are. What you are, baby. Look at you.
Hard to say because in order to go, baby, you need to be not very loud in the room. What you are, baby. You know what I mean? Interesting.
You getting more than just a re-up, baby. You got all the puppets with the strings up, faking like a good one, but I call them like I see them. I know what you are. What you are, baby.
All right, let's hear the next verse.
Daddy-o, you got the swagger of a champion, too bad for you. I just can't find the right companion. I guess when you have one too many makes it hard. It could be easy who you are. That's just who you are, baby.
And I know I got the EQ up and I'm not really focusing on that for you at the moment, but I mean, what's there to say? This is gorgeously recorded. You can...
Daddy-o, you got the swagger.
I normally complain about modern vocals not really having a whole lot of top end in it. It must be added later, but this seems just fine.
Of a champion, too bad for you.
Nothing.
I just can't find the right companion. I guess when you have one too many makes it hard. It could be easy who you are. That's just who you are, baby. Lollipop, must mistake me for a sucker to think that I will be a victim,
Very
not
cool.
another.
And this next one is called Verse 1 Comp. Now, maybe it is the best parts of those two takes, comp down to 1. Maybe they're still using those in the other channels. I can't remember what the original mix sounds like because I didn't listen to it.
Superstar,
today.
Where you from? How's it going? I know you.
That sounds
got a clue
really good.
what you're doing. You can play brand new to all the other chicks out here, but I know what you
Now,
are. What you are, babe.
This one here is guilty of that. What I said before. It sounds a little more muffled than the other two. Let's see what actually is happening because.
Baby, look at you.
Yeah.
Getting more than just a re-up, baby, you.
Okay, and just compare that to the last one.
Got all the puppets with the strings up, faking like.
She also sounds a little more. Maybe it has had a bit of like compression and EQ on the way in because she sounds that. Although that crispiness and stuff sounds a little more pronounced in this.
Like a good one, but I call them like I see them. I know what you are.
Yeah, you can hear the compression on it.
What you are, baby.
Okay, and if that's the case, then that's probably reverb, plug-in reverb or whatever.
Superstar,
hear that?
Where you from? How's it going?
She sounds so much more singly in here. How's it going? You know what I mean?
I know you got a clue what you're doing. You can play brand new to all the other chicks out here, but I know what you are. What you are, baby.
And then they would probably have just dumped it.
Getting more than just a re-up, baby. You got all the puppets with the strings up, faking like a good one, but I call them like I see them. I know what you are. What you are, babe.
I'm on the wrong channel. I'm not even affecting her channel. Well, I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's put a compressor on this.
Superstar.
Okay.
Where you from? How's it going? I know you got a clue what you're doing. You can play brand new to all the other chicks out here, but I know what you are. What you are, baby. Look at you.
So starting to sound a little bit more like that other vocal now, though a little louder. So I'll just see if I can match the volume. We're not mixing it, I know.
Getting more than just a re-up, baby. You got all the puppets with the strings up, faking like a good one, but I call them like I see them. I know what you are. What you are, baby.
So you would see that's pretty much what those things do. We're not getting into mixed education territory, but we're just pulling Britney apart to see how she did it. Lead vox in the verses. Okay, let's hear that.
Superstar.
Notice this is a stereo file where the others are mono. I think that's important to note because lead vox verses, I feel like, is the mixed stem, which I was going to put down the bottom, just forgot to do it, but here we are.
Where you from? How's it going?
Yeah, listen to that. Compression, EQ, everything.
Got a clue what you're doing. You can play brand new to all the other chicks out here, but I know what you are. What you are, baby. Look at you. Getting more than just a re-up.
Yeah.
Baby, you got all the puppets with the strings up. Faking like a good one, but I call them like I see them. I know what you are. What you are, baby.
Okay. And you can hear a bit of the reverb right at the end.
You are, baby.
And I feel like they cranked that up just for that last second, just so that you could really hear that, in fact, it was happening. Facebook, if you're watching now, if you're here, stay, because the live video has been blocked by copyright holder BMG. But we're going to continue anyway because we're here. We can test all these, and the guys normally let them through because they understand what we're doing. But this goes to show this song is so catchy, so hooky that you can play bits of it and people automatically pick up on, oh, that's the song. Especially the system that recognizes copyrighted material or music, jingles and stuff like that. I think it's the same tech that they use on Shazam, that app that can now, it comes with all your phones. Voice recognition, tune recognition, and they've picked up on that and they've listened to it. So that's great. Well, let's hear these things that are called 11, 12, 13, and 14. I'll put one of them in and then we'll pan them. This is going to be the chorus.
Womanizer, womanizer, you're a womanizer, oh, womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby, you are, you are, womanizer, womanizer, womanizer.
Now, I don't know does that sound like Britney? Because it doesn't sound to me like Britney's tone. But then again, she probably has a lot of different ways she can use her voice, so very well could. It definitely has pitch correction on it that's printed into the track. You can hear that.
Womanizer, woman.
That's a bung note. Womanizer, womanizer. Let's hear it.
Womanizer, womanizer, you're a womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby, you are.
Hear that little bit of you are, that bit.
You are.
There's like supposed to be a vocal flutter in there, but the pitch correction has grabbed it.
You are. You are. You are. Womanizer, womanizer, womanizer. Boy, don't try to front, not just what you are. Boy, don't try to front.
There's another note that it interpreted incorrectly.
Boy, don't try to front.
And now this was what, 2000 and what was it again? I can't, hang on, I'm going to go have a quick look. This was the year 2008. So this was just before or around the same time that auto-tune became, all of that thing that we all know it for. So I dare say the scale just wasn't really set on this to pick it.
Boy, don't try to front, not just what you are. You.
Put another one in.
Boy, don't try to front, not just what you are. Boy, don't try to front, not just what you are. You.
I got you crazy. You're nothing but a Womanizer. Okay. That's a pretty cool track. And obviously you can see that's going to repeat, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that one. We understand what's going on. This again, I'm going to pan these just because I want to, and they're the same bloody track. Hear them.
Boy, don't try to front, just what you
they go in with that last one,
Boy,
huh?
don't try to front, just what you are. You.
All right, you're part of that.
You.
Nothing but a...
Boy, don't try to front,
Okay, now there is another set of tracks down here called Britney U. I might bring those up because they actually... All right, well, yeah, I'm going to bring... There's one here called You Britney, right? And this one here called You Britney. And they go a little bit something like this.
You.
Yeah, I feel like they're stereo and I shouldn't be doing that. Get used to it. There we go. Yeah, she sounds completely different. So the other one has got to not be. I know that you guys know if it is or not, so you can tell me in the comments. We love your trivia and we appreciate it. So please do add that in there. Here are a bunch of channels that have one or two things on them. Let's hear them.
Baby.
Let's get creative with the panning on this one. We'll go 2 left, 2 right, and 1 in the center.
Baby.
Okay, nice. And then that happens one more time.
Baby.
All right, fantastic. D1. That's D2, D3, D4, all of these. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. Just left and right them because they're backup vocals. And I just want to hear them that way.
Womanizer, womanizer, you're a womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby.
One at a time. Oh, well, they're all the same, but...
Womanizer, womanizer, you're a womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby.
Now, can I hear a click in there, or is that just...
Womanizer, womanizer, you're a womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby.
Or maybe that someone's tapping or something like that, but anyway, they sound great all together when we put them, and I'm going to pan them again too, so...
Womanizer, womanizer, you're a womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby. You are, womanizer, womanizer, womanizer.
Womanizer. Hey, I'm in the song now, guys. Woo! All right, next set of... Oh, look at this. I haven't arranged these. So I can do that. I can go F2, F3, and F4, and then those should fall in almost. There we go. All right, now we can see what's going on. The F1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's hear it.
Boy, don't try to front, know just what you are, Boy, don't try to front, know just what you are,
Ooh. Okay. And then looks like this same thing at the back here is that same thing. So this, again, just pan them hard. My dad's trying to call me. I'm going to have to get back to you later.
Boy, don't try to front, know just what you are,
Interesting that they wouldn't just put that on the same channel. Like, go, okay, we'll just punch in at the back there and run that whole part. But hey, they didn't, and that's fine with me. These next couple look like they're probably the same. But this is stacking up, right? So far, we are stacking this thing so hard. G and H, right? I'm going to put them together and... Hang on, let's unmute that. Oh, hang on. Opposite of that. Let's mute it. Okay, and then, again, I'm going to pan these. Actually, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just getting confusing myself. There's so many tracks here. It gets a bit overwhelming.
You got me going. You're oh so charming. But I can do it. You womanizer.
That's Britney. Is this?
You.
Yep.
You.
Yep.
You.
For sure. Now, this is all those U's from before that had been comped down into that stereo file. So this is your U's and your backup vocal in that G part there, which we'll center.
You got me going. You're so charming. But I can do it. You womanizer.
Okay. I just discovered something, I think. I think that the G... Does that go here? Maybe. Maybe not. G is before H anyway in the alphabet, so we'll just leave it. Womanizer, H. There we go. All right. Now, I feel like the next thing here is going to be also cool, but then we'll start putting them together. BVGs, are they stereo files, these ones? No, these are all mono, so these are original. We'll pan these left and right because we're going to get that treatment. And then hear those.
Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are, Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are.
Now, I don't think that sounds like Britney. It may very well be. Someone has said, now I'm paraphrasing, I don't know, not even paraphrasing, no. I don't know if someone said, but I saw the words, Britney does all the vocals on X track. It may have been this, it may have not. But that don't sound like Britney to me. Britney's got a different quality to her voice.
Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are, Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are.
I still like it. I still think it's cool. But if we put that in with this, right?
Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are, Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are.
I love that. And I'm going to put those together. Let's rearrange this. F, H instead of G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Yeah, the G's in the middle, but we don't have any G. I don't know what's going on. Listen to that, though.
Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are, Boy, don't try to front, I know just what you are.
That's so cool. And then we've got a little piece in here. Hang on, we'll get rid of that. We can go through these little babies.
Boy, don't try to front. Boy, you don't try to front.
Okay, I like that. Then we're going to put those other backing vocals in then, I think, if that's where we are.
Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are. Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are.
See, if I had to listen to this session before I rearranged it instead of just doing it by visually, I could have figured that out. And then that means that's all there. Yeah, cool. All right, never mind. Talking to myself. All right, we'll move down to the G and H we've done, and then the backup vocals. Did we have a look? Let's check them again just in case, because better safe than sorry. Let's go.
You are.
Okay, I like that. That's probably going to go here, right?
You are.
Oh, that's an interesting. Just a little over the top.
You are. Womanizer. Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are. Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are.
Let's get more. Yeah.
But I can do it.
Womanizer.
Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are. Boy, don't try to front.
Look at those
I know
stats.
just what you are. You say I'm crazy. I got you crazy. You're not womanizer.
Isn't that brilliant? Listen to all of those layers. This is just something that's super special. Right at the end here, we've got a few that we can go over. I'll just check these H's.
Womanizer.
Oh,
Womanizer.
I like it.
Womanizer.
Yeah.
Womanizer.
Let's hear it together with a few other pieces.
Oh, womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby. You womanizer, you womanizer, womanizer. Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are. Boy, don't try to.
Okay. Oh, actually, that's really good. I should listen to that, shouldn't I? All right. How do you spell ADHD? Let's grab.
Front, I know just what you are. You got me going. You're but I can do it. Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are. Boy, don't try to front. I know just what you are. You say I'm crazy. I got you crazy.
Man, that's so good. And by the way, how good's the cover art? Have a look at the cover art for this single, like the single sleeve. That's people are only just doing that again now, And it looks like the Wonder Woman 1984 thingo, well ahead of its time. Great. And behind by 25 years.
Both lived in a different world.
Oh, that's this part.
Yeah. It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't. You.
But I can't because we don't. If we lived together in a different world, maybe I could be your girl, but I can't, so I won't.
It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't. You.
That's so good, but I can't because I don't. You womanizer. If we lived in a different world, that you weren't a womanizer.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world. Yeah. It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't. You.
Let's put that all together again.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world. Yeah. It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't. You.
And then I'll go back here again.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world. Yeah.
Wow.
It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't. You.
All right, we're getting thick here, so I'm going to go into this. Listen up.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world. Yeah. It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't. You.
All right, let's listen to from the bottom to the top. Listen up to this nice little section.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world.
It's 3 takes. I've
Yeah.
panned them, as you saw. Okay, and then we'll add this next part here, which looks like it goes directly with it.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world. Yeah.
That is like
Good.
Oh, I've got something going on here.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world, yeah.
Okay.
Would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't.
So we have Britney at the top here, and then whoever this is, who I don't feel like is Britney, underneath it. We'll go for the not Britney first, or the suspected.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world, yeah. It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't.
All right, now with Britney.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world, yeah. It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't.
Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I'm losing my voice so badly.
Yeah. Good.
Cool. And then all together now. We're getting towards the end of it.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world, yeah. It would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't, you.
Now there's a channel here called Screw L and R, right? Screw 01 L and Screw 01 R. Let's have a listen to this, Pete.
Womanizer.
Oh, where's that from?
Womanizer.
All right, that is sick. I'm going to take that up to where it should, I feel like should go. Let's just drag this through. Does that look good? No, we need to go higher. We need to go higher still. Yeah, I think that's about where it should go. So that means that when I put this together, we should hear that part come towards the end and then join those parts together. So I'm going to select all these vocals. Okay, let's just make this a lot easier for myself. So many channels. Look at that. I've got, this is all vocals. That is more than half the whole session. Okay. Let's hear this verse.
Baby, womanizer,
That's chorus, rather.
womanizer, you're a womanizer, oh, womanizer, oh, you're a womanizer, baby. You are, you are, womanizer, womanizer, womanizer.
Womanizer.
Boy, don't try to front, know just what you are, Boy, don't try to front, know just what you are, You.
How good is it? Let's do it.
Boy, don't try to front, know just what you are, Boy, don't try to front, know just what you are,
I got you crazy. Man, that is so good. That is so good. That is so good. I'm having a great time with that. Let's go down and just check out all these tracks that I have. Just to finish this off, let's just have a look at the tracks that I've muted for lack of better usage. I just couldn't find anything that they did. I mean, they fell into these slots. I could have probably placed them where they needed to, but they just seem to be. I mean, this thing here, as you can see, it's already peaking at over 0, and I've got 10 decibel out of it. So let's just hear these two channels.
Oh, womanizer,
Oh, hold on. Left, please. Right, please. Play.
oh, you're a womanizer, baby. You womanizer, you womanizer, 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 womanizer. Boy, don't try to front. Boy, don't try to front.
Womanizer. All right. And then there was another one here was just called vocal clip.
Superstar, where you from? How's it going?
Yeah.
I know you got a clue what you're doing. You can play brand new to all the other chicks out here, but I know what you are. What you are, baby.
So it's just that first verse in a single clip. And then we had the instrumental entire version of the song there. And that was just booming through. So I took that out. And then the a cappella, which went...
You can play brand new to all the
And we got the song there, right?
But I know what you are. What you are.
Then
Look at you.
another version of that for remixing. Chorus that went a little bit like this.
Womanizer, womanizer,
Background vocals.
womanizer.
And then we had these U's over here that went like this. And that was pretty much it. So, what was that? We didn't look at that. Reverse verb. So sorry. Missed a track. Listen up. And that went into this section. Which we all know and love. But what I'm obsessed with is this section.
Maybe if we both lived in a different world, it would be all good and maybe I could be your girl, but I can't 'cause we don't. You womanizer, womanizer.
What a rippin' track. Sorry to end that sort of anticlimactically, but there's too much. There's so much here, man. This is out of control big. Like, that's pretty big. There's a lot of vocal layers. I'm really glad that we got to look through them all. Britney, wow. And look, surprise, guys, I've got more Britney. And I'm very happy about that because it's some of my favourite Britney too. It's, you've heard Womanizer, you've heard Gimme More. Did we do Break the Ice? I've got Break the Ice. I've got Circus. I think we've done Circus. I've got I'm a Slave for You, which I'm really happy about. And I got Work Bitch too. Stick around, guys. Request them. I'll get to them when I can get to them. They're pretty big sessions a lot of the time, so I can't always just be right on it doing them every second of the day. They do take a bit of time. But there's plenty of things I want to do as well. And I know they're not necessarily things that you guys are super hot on, but I love George Benson, and I want to do George Benson sometimes, so I'm going to do George Benson. And I'm going to do Bee Gees, and I'm going to do Barry White, and I'm going to do Earth, Wind & Fire. And so stick around for those. I hope you like those too. Please do give them a share around. But Britney, Womanizer, my goodness. Peak Britney. I mean, what the pressure she was under at that time was horrific and horrifying, especially knowing what we know now. But she delivered. Wow. Some of the best modern pop that you can listen to. Thank you very much for checking it out. Enjoy yourselves. Have a glass of water and catch up with your mates. And don't forget to GFY. Bye.